I used to be rebellious on Club Penguin. Used to get boyfriends on Club Penguin. What is going on, guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Now today we are going to look at things that only 90s kids will remember. So if you aren't a 90s kid, you may actually remember some of these. I don't know, it's like 90s to 2000s. I was born in 1995, so let's jump in and see if you can relate to any of these only 90 kids will remember. You know the Soulja Boy by heart. Now correct that. Ooh. As soon as it comes on, you know every fucking move. All I know is that you gotta do that. There you go, do that. Hi, my name's Tenor and I'm absolutely delirious. You know and love the sponge that lives in a pineapple under the sea. Oh, SpongeBob. Every morning we'd watch this before school. He was just this little misunderstood sponge that just needed to keep on keeping on. Silly bands. Do you remember these? If you are a 90s or 2000s kid, these were like the in thing in school. Everyone was like, I have this color, I have this color, I have this color. You'd trade them, you'd buy them, you'd bloody steal them. Person who had the most silly bands was obviously the coolest person in school. Razor scooters. Oh, this brings back memories. I remember you'd go on your Razor scooter and like tap your ankles and it would be the most painful thing in the world. Then the electric ones came out and I was like, Mum, Dad, please buy me an electric scooter. All I want for Christmas is one of them. And they were like, Tenor, it's not happening. Something that I hold to them to this day. They did not get me that damn electric scooter. Team Edward versus Team Jacob. Now listen, I'm very ashamed to say this, but I've read all the books, I've watched all the movies. I was literally obsessed with Twilight. And the first step is admitting that you've got a problem. And I'm admitting that to you guys today. But I was definitely Team Edward. Like, come on, he was a vampire and glowed and shit. Like, come on. How was that even a decision? Of course, I was Team Edward. What team were you? The Jonas Brothers. Literally in my iPod, in my music section, in my phone, I still have Jonas Brothers songs. And sometimes I'm putting them through shuffle and I still know every word. Why do I still know every word? Damn, they had my heart back in the day. They had my heart. You went to see Avatar and other movies in digital 3D and thought it was amazing. Dude, I remember when 3D became a thing. It was like, wow, we are stepping into the future where you can see these movies in 3D. Now we got VR, we got this, we got that, we got technology all over the place and 3D isn't even a thing. We got bloody printers that will print out makeup and shit and food and shit. Like, come on. 3D's nothing these days, but when it first came out, it was like, wow, we are stepping into the future. Motorola Razr phones. I still fuck with these phones. I remember my dad got one and I was like, listen, you've just bought this, but I'm taking it. And they were so thin and slim and you can get them in different colors. If you have one of them, you were the coolest kids in school. This is what I'm going back to in this video. I'm like looking at all these things. It was like, yeah, the cool person in school had this. So I'm just saying, I might have been a little bit popular because I had a Motorola Razr phone. Why are these not back as a smartphone? I don't understand. Bring them back. Starting a petition to bring back Motorola Razr phones, okay? Blockbuster Video. Now I'm pretty sure Blockbuster might still be a thing. Hold on. So Blockbuster, for you kids who don't understand what it is because we get everything online now, it's a place that you would go and get a DVD or a VCR or anything that you wanted to play, video games, movies, TV shows, all of that. You'd literally physically have to go to a store and rent it out. And you'd have to have it back by a certain time because if you didn't, you'd get in trouble. But good to see that Blockbuster's still a thing apparently. Oh, just seeing this image just makes me go all the way back to my childhood. iPods. Are iPods even a thing anymore? I honestly couldn't tell you. It's all on our phones now. We all have smartphones, but there used to be a time where you used to take your flip phone or your Nokia, the one that had Snake on it, and then you'd have an iPod for your music. I used to clump them together and hold them and walk around with them, but they used to bring out like colored iPods. But iPods were just like revolutionary part of a childhood, I think. You used to have your own playlist, you used to send playlists to people, and having songs that weren't released yet that you used to get off LimeWire, illegal, made you a very loved person in school because you used to be like, can you send me that on MSN please? Because I love this song. Because I'd be searching LimeWire for hours for the new songs. I was known for it. Oh, Tamagotchis. You remember Tamagotchis? Everyone used to bring these to school. We had to feed them. We had to take care of them. It would be like, oh, everyone would get their Tamagotchis out at recess and be like, how's yours going? Where are they at in their life stage? Have you fed them recently? What's the go? You'd have different colored casings. I honestly, 10 out of 10 would get a Tamagotchi today. Why aren't they still a thing? Just getting so nostalgic just looking at all these photos. It's just taking me back to being a child and what it was like growing up with a Tamagotchi. Did you take care of them? Okay. Okay, do you remember Furbies? They were honestly horrifying. Do you remember that movie? And literally Furbies got burnt and it was just like these robot Furbies running around with their big beady eyes that are just terrifying. That is the kind of stuff that keeps you awake at night. Those damn fluffy Furbies. Take me back to the time when CDs were the main source of music. This was before iPods, before everything else. You literally could fit like 20 songs on one CD. Take me back. Take me back to low storage. And then you'd have to put the CD in a Discman and then you'd stick your shitty little earphones into the Discman and that's how you could listen to music. So you'd be replaying the same 20 songs over and over again in the car. Be like, Mom, I need a new CD. You're gonna have to burn me a new CD, please. They're so big, they're so bulky. Like, I was probably about 6 or 7 when I had a Discman. So Game Boy, Nintendo 64. Oh, I used to love Game Boys. Didn't everyone? I feel like every 90s to 2000 kid has experienced a Game Boy. They used to kill so much time. This is when our minds began to be goldfish because we constantly had to be entertained, constantly had to be doing something. This is where gaming became a very important part of childhood. Mary-Kate and Ashley movies. Damn, I watched all of these. I watched every single one of them. It was like every story was different. I think there were books too. I think I read them. So shout out to Mary-Kate and Ashley for keeping my childhood wishing I was them with the twin sister, just traveling the world and filming it. Being slimed was one of our dreams. I remember watching Nickelodeon and being like, listen, I'm gonna get on it one day and I'm gonna get slimed. Who would have thought being slimed would have been a life goal? Like, hey, mum and dad, when I grow up, I want to get slimed on Nickelodeon. Come on, kid. Dream bigger than that. Candy cigarettes. I remember, which honestly is not the best promotion for cigarettes. They used to be like little sugar sticks. And you used to just go, yeah, I'm a badass for smoking. It's like, do not promote cigarettes. But damn, it was cool. I thought I was a badass smoking them sugar ciggies. Nokia cell phone games. Now listen. If I could honestly get a Nokia phone to this day just to get Snake, I would 100% do it. Like literally the high score on Snake was an extremely prestigious thing. If you could get above a certain score, if you could last that long, oh, you used to play it for hours and hours. I remember even when I got my first cell phone that was like, didn't have Snake on it, I would keep my old Nokia just to play Snake on it. Multicolored pens. Now you damn know that these were the best and coolest things you could have in school. So back in the day before iPhones and stuff like that, you had to get excited over a pen that had 10 different colors. That's the life we lived, okay? We had to entertain ourselves with pens that have 10 colors. Shout out to 2000s Tenor for being obsessed with both Miley Cyrus and Hilary Duff. I went to Book Week as Hilary Duff. Does she have a book? I don't know, but I went for it anyways. Used to love Hannah Montana, Miley Cyrus, Hilary Duff. They were like the girls I looked up to. And I like that Hannah Montana had the name Tenor in it because that's my name. Yeah, shout out to the Club Penguin days. If you did not experience Club Penguin, oh, I'm so sorry you missed out on this beautiful time of the internet. It was super controlled, but if you swear on the website, they would immediately block you. But you would be trying to like swear, but also not swear at the same time. So you would make up little fake swear words of sorts and start going off at people just for fun. You know, Club Penguin. You're talking to people who are all over the world. You're making friends, but you're also trying to attack them. I used to be rebellious on Club Penguin. Used to get boyfriends on Club Penguin because, you know. So if you're growing up in the 2000s, if you had a Nintendo DS, you probably had Nintendogs. Listen, I have not fed my dog in years and I really hope that he's okay. But this was like, I'm gonna take care of all these puppies. I'm gonna get them groomed. I'm gonna clean them. I'm gonna feed them. It was like parents didn't want to buy you a pet, so they bought you a Nintendo DS with the game Nintendogs. If you had one of these, is your dog okay? Don't worry, everyone. I feed him and wash him and pick up his poop. I will not leave him in the Nintendo DS like I did my other one. Okay, so another thing that isn't on these lists that I've been looking at, but something that I remember so vividly about being a kid in the 90s to 2000s, dial-up internet. If you remember it, you could remember that screeching sound that you would get on the phone if somebody was on the internet. And I remember having to fight with my mum. She'd be like, I want to be on the phone, Tanner. I'd be like, no, I need to be on the internet. I need to get on Bebo. I need to get on MSN and I need to talk to my friends. Okay, mum, you don't get it. So I'm going to try and see if we can find that screeching sound. Back in the day, the struggle was real. Kids today just don't understand. Do you remember saying, call me back after a certain time when my phone's free? Whether that be a mobile that you shared or a home phone. Oh, take me back to home phones. Who remembers them? Ah, the good old days when you used to have a Nokia and the battery would literally last for days. And also, you could never break a Nokia. It was literally a brick. You could use it as a weapon or something to build a house. So yeah, you'd lose 1% battery over 12 hours because I guess when the phone doesn't have much to do and all it is battery, it can last for as long as you want. That's the good old days of only having to charge your phone once a week. So back in the day of Nintendo 64, you'd be playing Mario Kart or whatever. The game would start messing up, like you wouldn't be able to use it for some reason. And what would you do? I feel like this was a global thing. You'd pull the game cartridge out and start blowing on it. The only way that you could fix it or know how to fix it is, hey, maybe if I blow some air into this, it might clean out the dust and stuff, yeah? I think that's what every kid assumed. And then if it didn't work, you try again. It didn't work again, you try again. And eventually, usually, it would work. But yeah, everyone knew to blow in the cartridge. A global thing that no one spoke about. We didn't have the internet back then. How did everyone know that's what you had to do? I don't understand. Now that's all we have time for in today's video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And I will see you next time. Yeet!